Namaskar. We are having a glimpse of Dasbodh. Today happens to be the Dashak Sabha, means sixth group of 10 chapters. Sixth group of 10 chapters is going on. Samas Paila, the first chapter, Dev-shodhan. In this in this collection of 10 chapters, Samartha Ramdas is going to tell us how from I am this body to I am soul, the journey has to be achieved, and then I'm that soul, becoming one with that soul by becoming yogi, bhakta, and how to achieve that, what kind of penance we have to perform, whose guidance, Sadguru's guidance has to be taken. He is going to tell us each and every aspect. Okay? Samas Paila, Deva-shodhan. Now, how to search that God with which we are going to be merged and becoming unison as a soul. Our soul is going to merge with that immortal soul, that God. That path, how to go on that path, he is going to tell us. And what is the importance of Deva-shodhan? Why the penance has to be done? Why we have to achieve that Atma Gyan, Brahma Jnana? Why to become yogi and bhakta? Why? He is giving the reason why. श्रीराम चित्त सुचित करावे, बोलेले ते जीवी धरावे, सावध होनी बैसावे निमिष एक. Now he is telling us, please clear your mind, get devoted with full concentration by becoming fully alert, awake. Just listen to me what I am going to tell, because with that your small soul can get merged with the infinite soul of God, and you can achieve whatever you have to achieve in your life with full confidence and with full assurance. He is saying, कोणी एके ग्रामी अथवा देसी रहाणे आहे आपणासी, न भेटता तिथेल्या प्रभूसी सौख्य कैसे. If you happen to live in a village and if you happen to meet the chief of the all staff in that village, then a lot of your work can get done easily throughout the year. Maybe people will not doubt about your integrity, and all those things are there. Similarly, when we are living in this world, let us know the God in whose kingdom we are living, so that our everyday work becomes somewhat easier. It doesn't mean Samartha is saying that you'll always be happy living in this world with this in this materialistic world. No, in this materialistic world, the the happiness, sorrow, and all those things happens. I mean, it is a part of life. But if you happen to meet with the God, then he can reduce the the entanglement and too much attachment and too much sorrow. That much he can reduce, because your mind gets detached from all these things, and that mind gets attached to the infinite soul. That is what he is saying. म्हणून ज्यास जेथे राहणे तेणे त्या प्रभूची भेट घेणे, म्हणजे होय श्लाघ घेवाणे सर्व काही. So that is why when we are living in the kingdom of God, if you meet him, then our mind gets pure, and then we can live a pure life as well. Now, you see, in our childhood, one of the person told us this story about the Tsar in Russia. He was the good Tsar, and he had a very good governance, and a lot of people were happy except for 4 or 5 some villages or places. So what happened, that once he said to his kingdom, I mean his all the ministers and all these people, let us go and see. So he went to places, and all the good places where everything was okay. He happened to meet the definitely the chief over there, and they told, this is how we are doing, and this is the problem They solved the problem, they went ahead. Now he said, I am going to meet problematic heads of the villages or the places. Unless I am going alone, unless I indicate do not enter into that village. So they had might be some kind of indications and all those things. So he went inside. At one place, the head of that village was there, and he was exploiting his own villagers. So he went on that agricultural land and that place, and he said, uh, do that thing, you are doing properly. So he said, sir, he always blames like this. Then immediately that head said, if you do again that, again complain about myself, I shall not give you the wage for today. You will die of hunger. So does he talk like this every time? Yes. The villager said yes. Then villager, that head of the village said, who are you? He said, I'm your head. I'm head of 10 villages. No, above that. So he said, above that. So are you head of these 100 villages? No, above that. Something like that it happens then. Are you head of this state or a province? No, above that. Then he said, are you head of 10 provinces? No, above that. Then only one person is left. Who is that Tsar? Are you the Tsar? He said yes. Immediately went and touched his feet. No, I'm sorry, I will not behave like that, and all those things start saying. Then I hope you understand. If it can happen in everyday life, imagine if we want to achieve the ultimate Atma Gyan, to become yogi, to become real bhakta and all those things, then why should not we meet the God who has created all these things? That's what he is saying. प्रभूची भेटी न घेता तिथे कैची मान्यता, आपले महत्व जाता वे नाही. If you happen to meet the God and you become disciple of that Almighty soul, then you can get relaxed, you can feel relaxed, because the importance, even the seat and chairs and whatever the power place and powerful places are there, within a second it has happened many a times that you are in a powerful place. When you get retired, another person takes that place, and again if you go at that place, nobody realizes you, nobody recognizes you as well. Many times the staff is changed and all those things. They do not give that much importance. Importance is that to that chair, so people will come and go. Okay. So that is why we should realize all these things, how much importance we should give to materialistic world, the money, the power and all those things. If you give the importance to the Lord, then getting devoted to that Lord, then your life becomes somewhat easier inside your mind, at least. Outside we never realize. We never realize whether it will be good or bad. As per the situation in that country, you face good or bad things. म्हणून रायापासून रंक कोणी एकतरी नायक त्यास भेटणे हा विवेकी जाणते. So whenever you live in that place, you try to meet all the top people. Say okay, just say hi, hello, that's all. That is very important. Otherwise, sometimes it may happen that people will blame you for this or that. Your work may not get done. Sometimes a person will steal something, keep in your room and say he has done that kind of chori. It may happen. So you might have heard about the Satyanarayan story as well. So if you have the blessings of the Lord, then it is better. And so it is better to realize that Lord, then you can get the blessings as well. या कारणे जो शाणा तेणे प्रभूसे भेटावे जाणा, ऐसे न करता दैन्यवाणा संसार त्याचा. If you meet that Lord, then you are a sane person, you are the realized soul. Otherwise, your life becomes, like, the beggar lives the life that kind of life it becomes, even in materialistic world and even in the this immortal world of Paramartha. Grami Thora Gramadhipati. Now he is telling the examples. Grami Thora Gramadhipati. The head of the village is that Sarpancha in India, for example. त्याहूनही थोर देशापती, then the president or king is there. He happens to be the head of the state or the country. देशाधिपती and Drupadi थोर जण. Then head of the state is there, the king. Then above them maybe the king of the kings is also there. राष्ट्रांचा भू तो राजा, भूराष्ट्र तो महाराजा, महाराजाचे राजा तो चक्रवर्ती. So king of the maybe 4, 5, 10 states. Then he happens to be known as Chakravarti in India. And you might have heard that even Yudhishthir did the Rajasya Yajna, and even Prabhu Ramchandra also did some that kind of yajna, so as to become the Chakravarti Samrat of the whole earth. In fact, you may know it. Okay. एक नरपती, एक गजपती, एक हयपती, एक भूपती, सगळ्यांमध्ये चक्रवर्ती थोर राजा. देर आर सो मेनी heads are there. Narpati, the head of this department, that department. Then Bhupati, he are the king of that part of a land. Then you are king of the kings also. So many possibilities are there. असो ऐसिया समजता. ओके, प्लीज लिव इट. ही इज सेइंग एक ब्रह्मा निर्माण करता, त्या ब्रह्म्यासही निर्मिता कोण आहे. नाव ब्रह्मा विष्णू हर त्याचे निर्मिता तोची थोर, तो ओळखा परमेश्वर नाना येत नाही. नाव ब्रह्मा हॅज क्रिएटेड द वर्ल्ड, विष्णू टेक्स केअर ऑफ एव्हरीडे लाईफ, अँड हर ही इज द he takes care of the all the other things after death and all those things. You might be knowing God, generator, organizer and destroyer, Swami Chinmayananda said. So but who created that God? Brahma Vishnu has. Brahma created this world. Who created Brahma? Who created Vishnu? Who created Mahadev? Try to know that God. So means he also means to say that Saguna Upasana and Nirguna Upasana both are important. Means praying the Lord as a statue, as a in the image form is also okay. At the same time, you try to reach that God which has created these lords as well. And that is by every good means try to realize that in your life. That is what he said. तो देव ठाई पडेना तरी येमयातना चुकेना, ब्रह्मांड नायक चोजवेना हे बरे नव्हे. चोजवेना मीन्स मराठी. If you try to understand that energy, that power which has created this world, in fact infinite galaxies, infinite universes, try to realize that power. जिणे संसारी घातले अवघे ब्रह्मांड निर्माण केले, त्यासी नाही ओळ केले तोची पिदिता. Those do not realize these things, then they go on the wrong path. म्हणून देव ओळखावा, जन्म सार्थकची करावा, नकळे तरी सत्संग धरावा म्हणजे काय. You try to realize that God, and you become a realized soul. In fact, that is what it is saying. If you do not become a realized soul, then try to live in a good people. Okay, at least you do that, then you realize that how God creates everything, runs everything, and how we can die a good death by remaining one unison with the God. Okay, it may happen that you say these people will try to create opposing thing against you and try to make you realize, no, you say this is truth, then only will say that you have accepted us as the powerful person. No. Okay, you are powerful in your field, that much you say, and then you just realize that God is the Almighty, who can create so many kinds of powerful, non-powerful and fantastic people. In fact, they have become crooked people because of their acts. We do not want to go on that path. Who realize these things? जो जाणेल भगवंत त्या नाव बोलीजे संतो, जो शाश्वत आणि अशाश्वत निर्वाळा करे. Now those who realize the Almighty God, Almighty Soul, become yogi and bhakta. Those are known as saints, santa. Those who can realize who are the crooked and good people, what is the wrong path and good path, and those happen to walk on the good path, leaving all these fantastic things aside. You follow those people who are on the righteous path. Those who follow all ethics and humanitarian values and moral values, you try to follow them. In the Indian values I'm talking about, I means there are other places where values could be different, but I'm talking about Sanatan Dharma's values. चळेना ढळेना देव ऐसा ज्याचा अंतर्भाव तोची जाणे जे महानुभाव संत साध. Now the person who has realized soul, he realizes that the God cannot be, chayana, means he is not walking anywhere, he is not getting reduced, he is complete. He doesn't die, he doesn't get wasted, and he doesn't waste time, and all those things are there. ऐसा ज्याचा अंतर्भाव तोची जाणे जे महानुभाव संत साधू. Those who realize this, they are Mahanubhav, Sant and Sadhu. Those are the saints and sadhus. Mahanubhav. Those who have realized God. Those are the real people who are living in this world. जो जनामध्ये वागे परी जना वेगळी गोष्टी सांगे ज्याचे अंतरी ज्ञान जागे तोची साधू. He lives like a common man, but he talks something else about the God, which people realize that he always talks about all those things. For some people, it is useless thing. For some people, he says, they feel that yes, he is talking senses. जाणे जे परमात्मा निर्गुण त्यासीच म्हणावे ज्ञान त्यावेगळे अज्ञान सर्व काय. If you realize the formless God, the Paramatma, that is the real knowledge. And whatever other knowledges are there, they are again as such. But many times, to fill the stomach, you require some kind of skills and knowledge. But you should have those good skills with which good skills and good values only you should earn the money. That is also his warning now. पोट भरवा कारणे नाना विद्या अभ्यास करणे त्यासे ज्ञान म्हणती परी तेणे ज्ञान नाही सार्थक नाही. की to fill up the stomach you require some kind of knowledge, but that will not make you sarthak, that will not make you realize soul unless you direct them as a work is worship. Very important thing he has told. देव ओळखावा एक त्याची ज्ञान ते सार्थक येर अवघेची निरार्थक पोट विद्या. Now you can use your pot vidya, means to fill the stomach kind of whatever knowledge is there. You can divert it and make it work is worship. So you have to be on the righteous path. Okay? So then only you can become a realized soul, and then only you can become, sarthak. You will feel your life is fulfilled. Otherwise, you will feel that you have wasted your life. जन्मभरी पोट भरले देहाचे संरक्षण केले पुढे अवघ्याचे व्यर्थ केले अंतकाळी. So at the last moment of your life, you will feel that, oh, I just tried to fulfill my greed, not the needs. And in fact, if I had fulfilled my need and would have realized the Lord, it would have been the fulfilled life. At the last moment in life, you feel these things. You see how much he has studied the human life. एवं पोट भराव्याची विद्या तेसी म्हणूनही सद्विद्या सर्व व्यापक वस्तू सध्या पाविजे ते ज्ञानी. That is why the knowledge that fills your stomach, it is not the complete knowledge. That is the complete knowledge which makes you realize soul, makes you yogi and bhakta. That is the sadvidya. Just remember it. And sadvidya, and if you happen to make your pot bhar vidya, the knowledge that fills your stomach, also the sadvidya, then there is no looking back. Even his contemporary Sant Tukaram also said that अवघाची संसार सुखाचा करीना आनंदे भरीने तिन्ही लोक. That he tried to make even his everyday life also work is worship. Why cannot it happen? I gave you example yesterday that even those people who are living with full ethics and values, there are many in India. those also can make their life a worth, and yeah, even their everyday job also can make them a realized soul, because they are walking on the path of work is worship, and people should allow to let them live like that. अज्ञानाचं भेटता अज्ञान, नाव ही इज टेलिंग यू शुड यु नो ऐसे ज्ञान ज्यापाशी तुझी जाणाव सज्जन त्यापाशी समाधान पुसले पाहिजे. दिस काइंड ऑफ नॉलेज द पर्सन एज दॅट पर्सन ऑल्सो बिकम अ गुड पर्सन, अँड ही ऑल्सो he can provide the solutions to your problems, and you should ask that person only. Otherwise what will happen, if you happen to meet a person who doesn't have the knowledge about all these things, then what happens, you go to people doesn't have knowledge, they will take you into the ignorance, and that is not good. Then you will not become a lucky person, happen to live with the good person. It requires luck to live in the good people as well. So make yourself lucky by living in good people, because living on a good path is also very good. In fact, it's luck. That is what a real luck is. He is saying that. Now what is luck? He has given the definition. रोग्यापाशी रोगी गेला. Now a person suffering from some disease goes to a person having suffering from some other disease. He will not get the solution. He has to go to doctor. तेथे कैसे आरोग्य त्याला, then only he will get the आरोग्य means he will get rid of his disease. करंट्याचे दर्शन होता भाग्य कैसे. Now the person who is doing insane work, an insane person goes to insane person, they will do bad things only. So your luck will not get lucky. In fact, what kind of language is there? So निर्बळापाशी निर्बळाला पाठी घ्यायची. So if you go to the weak person, you will become a weak only. You will not get सबल, means you will not become powerful. पिशाच्यापाशी पिशाच्य केले, तेथे कोण सार्थक झाले, उन्मत्तास उन्मत्त भेटले, त्यास उमजवे कोण. If you go to the devil, you will become devil only. You will not become a god who is doing good things to all the people. Unmattas, the person, I'm most powerful, I'm the richest person, all these kinds of person. If you go, you will become like those only people. You will not become a realized soul. If भिकारापाशी मागता भिक्षा, if you go to beggar and ask for some, you beg something, he'll give you something less only. दीक्षा हिनापाशी दीक्षा, उजेड पाहता कृष्ण पक्षा पाविजे कैसा. If you happen to go to the person who has not taken the diksha, is not blessed with his Sadguru, then he will not tell you anything about diksha. What are the blessings? What exactly is blessing? How to walk on the righteous path? You will not be able to know. Now Krishna Paksha means from the full moon day to the no moon day. It is known as Krishna Paksha. So the moon reduces its light, and in fact on the no moon day there is no light. So you'll get less and less light when you go into those 15 days in the night. If you walk on the street, you will get less and less light, and on no moon day there will be no light as well. So don't walk on that path. That is what he wants to say. That don't go on the path which will take you to darkness. अबद्धापाशी गेला अबद्ध, तो कैसे होईल सुबद्ध, बद्धाचं भेटता बद्ध सिद्ध नाही. So if you go to the person who is already in sorrow, you'll get sad only. So go to the person who will make you a realized soul. Now he is going to tell that देहापाशी गेला देही, तो कैसे न होईल विदेही, म्हणून ज्ञाता वाचून नाही ज्ञान मार्ग. So those people who are giving more importance to becoming this and that and all those things, and giving importance to their body, and they are trying to become most powerful, looting people or doing fantastic things, don't go to those people, because those people are not going to make us realize what is detachment, what is yogi, what is bhakta. You have to go to Jnata, means the person who is realized soul. He will only tell you the real knowledge, and he'll take you on the path of knowledge only. Path of knowledge to become a realized soul. या कारणे ध्याता पाहावा, त्याचा अनुग्रह घ्यावा, सारासार विचारे जीवा मोक्ष प्राप्त. For this purpose, you have to go to saints, sadhu, and sadguru, who will bless you. Anugrah means who will bless you with his knowledge, and he'll give you energy to walk on the righteous path. He'll tell you what is sar and asar, what is good, righteous path, what is the non-righteous path. And then you will get the moksha, mukti, salvation, atmagyan. You will become yogi and real bhakta. Vibhakta nasahay, there is bhakta. You enjoy yoga, you become attached to the God, and you get detached to this world, and you do all the work as a worship, and you become a realized soul. Clearly he has given. So let us walk on that path, what he is saying, to become a realized soul. इति श्री दासबोधे गुरु शिष्य संवादे देव शोधन नाम समास पहिला. Thank you very much.